Welcome to Calm English Story. Slow English, easy to understand, perfect for learning English and relaxing at the same time. If you are new here, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a new lesson. We post new, slow English listening practice every week to help you learn and relax. Let me tell you something honest. When I was young, I failed many English exams. Not once, not twice, many times. And it was not because I did not try. It was because I did not understand how real English works. I thought English was about memorizing words. I thought it was about grammar rules. I thought it was about perfect sentences. But real English is not like that. Real English moves fast. It flows. It feels alive. I remember the first time I heard native speakers talk naturally. I felt lost, completely lost. It sounded like noise, like waves hitting the shore too quickly for me to understand. I knew the words separately, but when they spoke, everything disappeared. Maybe you feel the same way right now. Maybe you understand slow English. Maybe you understand this video perfectly. But when someone speaks fast in a movie, in a meeting, in a real conversation, you feel lost. The problem is not your ability. The problem is your training. Today, I will share 4 secrets that changed everything for me. 4 things that most English learners never learn, but every fluent listener already knows. Here is the first secret, and it changes everything. Fast English is not fast. It is connected. Native speakers do not speak faster than you think. They connect words together. They join sounds. They remove small sounds. They turn 5 words into one smooth piece. Let me show you. The sentence, "What are you going to do?" has 6 words. But a native speaker does not say 6 separate words. They say it as one sound, one rhythm, one piece. Most learners try to hear every word. They listen for what, then are, then you, then going, then to, then do. 6 pieces. But the speaker only said one piece. So the learner is always too slow, always behind, always confused. This is the problem. You are listening for words. But native speakers do not speak in words. They speak in chunks, groups of words that flow together as one unit. I want to. That is not 3 words. That is one chunk. Do you have that is not 3 words? That is one chunk. I am going to. That is not 4 words. That is one chunk. When you train your brain to hear chunks instead of words, everything changes. Suddenly, fast English is not fast anymore. It is just connected. And connected is something you can learn. Let me give you more examples. Do you want to? Native speakers say this as one smooth sound. Have you ever? One smooth sound. I used to. One smooth sound. Could you please? One smooth sound. 4 chunks. If you learn just these 4, you will understand hundreds of sentences that seemed too fast before. Here is the truth most learners do not know. You do not need to hear every word. You need to hear the meaning. If someone says, "I was running late, missed the bus, and had to walk to work," you do not need every word. You see the picture. You feel the situation. A person in a hurry. A bus that left without them. A long walk. That is real listening. Not word collecting, meaning collecting. Try this instead. When you listen to fast English, stop trying to catch every word. Listen for the story. Listen for the picture. Ask yourself what just happened. If you can answer that question, you understood, even if you missed half the words. Here is the second secret, and most learners do the opposite. Your ears get stronger when they struggle. Not when everything is easy, not when you understand every word. Your ears grow when you do not understand, and you keep listening anyway. Think about exercise. When you go to the gym, do you lift the lightest weight every day? No. You increase the weight. You challenge your muscles. Your muscles grow because of the difficulty, not despite it. Listening is the same. If everything you listen to is easy, your ears are not growing, they are resting. Comfortable ears do not improve, struggling ears do. Most learners do this. They choose audio they understand perfectly. They feel good. They feel confident. But after 6 months, their listening has not improved because they never challenged their ears. Here is the truth. Choose audio that is slightly difficult. Not impossible, but challenging. Listen once. If you understand only 30%, that is fine. That is already progress. Then listen again. And again. Each time your brain catches a little more, a new word, a new chunk, a new pattern. And here is something powerful. Repetition. Most people listen to something once and move on. That is a mistake. Real improvement comes from going deeper, not wider. Take one short piece of audio, maybe 1 minute. Listen to it 5 times, 10 times. Repeat it out loud. Copy the speed, copy the rhythm, copy the feeling. At first it feels uncomfortable. You feel slow, you feel strange. But this discomfort is where growth happens. You are not just listening. You are training your brain to recognize patterns. And after enough repetitions, those patterns become automatic. Your brain starts to predict what comes next before the speaker even says it. That is when listening stops being hard and starts being natural. And here is something most learners do not think about. Your emotions affect your listening. When you are nervous, your brain slows down. When you are afraid of missing words, you miss even more. But when you relax, when you trust the process, your brain works faster. So instead of thinking, I must understand everything, try thinking, I want to understand the story. Focus on the idea, not the perfection. This small change in your thinking makes a big change in your listening. If you are enjoying this video, please press the like button. It helps this video reach more English learners around the world. And if you have not subscribed yet, subscribe now. We post new slow English videos every week to help you learn and relax. Here is the third secret, and it surprises most learners. Speaking helps listening. Yes, speaking. When you train your mouth to produce natural English sounds, your ears become better at recognizing those same sounds. Here is why. Your brain has a prediction system. When you speak a certain way, your brain remembers that pattern. Then, when you hear someone else speak the same pattern, your brain recognizes it instantly because it already knows the shape of that sound. For example, when you practice saying, I am going to, as one fast chunk, your mouth learns the shape, your tongue learns the movement, your brain stores the pattern. Then, when a native speaker says the same chunk at full speed, your brain says, I know this shape. I have made this shape before. I understand. But if you have never said, I am going to at natural speed, your brain has no reference. It hears the sound but cannot match it to anything. It gets confused. It gets lost. Most learners do this. They practice listening for hours but never open their mouth. They think listening and speaking are separate skills. They are not. They are two sides of the same system. Your mouth trains your ears. Your ears train your mouth. They grow together. Try this instead. Every time you listen to a sentence, repeat it out loud. Match the speed, match the rhythm. Do not worry if it sounds wrong at first. Your mouth needs to learn the physical movements of English. Your lips, your tongue, your jaw. They all need practice forming English shapes. Do not be afraid of fast, informal English. When native speakers say gonna instead of going to, that is not wrong. That is natural. That is real. And when your mouth practices saying gonna, your ears will recognize it immediately the next time you hear it, because your mouth already knows. Speaking is not just output. Speaking is also listening, training. Every word your mouth produces makes your ears sharper. Here is the fourth and final secret, and it is the key to understanding English at full speed. When you listen to English, do not translate, visualize. Most learners hear an English sentence and immediately translate it into their native language. English goes in, translation happens, understanding comes out. But translation is slow, very slow. And fast English does not wait for your translation to finish. Here is what fluent listeners do instead. They hear the words and see a picture. No translation, just images. When you hear, "She opened the door and looked around," do not translate those words. See a woman, see a door opening, see her eyes moving left and right. Create a small movie in your mind. The picture appears instantly. Translation takes seconds. The picture takes no time at all. This is how children learn language. They do not translate. They connect words directly to images, to feelings, to experiences. The word dog does not go through another language first. It goes straight to the image of a dog, straight to the feeling of touching soft fur, straight to the sound of barking. You can train your brain to do the same thing even as an adult. It takes practice, but it works. Most learners do this. They hear English and immediately think in their native language. Every sentence passes through two languages before they understand it. This double process is too slow for fast English. By the time they translate sentence 1, the speaker is already on sentence 3. Try this instead. Start with simple sentences. The sun is bright today. Do not translate. See the sun. Feel the warmth. See the brightness. He sat down and closed his eyes. Do not translate. See a man. See him sitting. See his eyes closing. She picked up her bag and walked out the door. See the bag. See the door. See her leaving. Practice this every day, and your brain will start to skip translation automatically. It takes time, but one day you will notice you understood a sentence without translating it. That is the moment everything changes. Here is a simple daily practice. 5 minutes. Every day. Choose a short piece of audio with a native speaker. Listen once without reading. Just listen. Then listen again with words on screen. Notice what you missed. Then listen one more time without words. Then repeat what you hear. This simple habit, 5 minutes every day, will change your listening completely. Not in 1 week, but in 1 month you will feel the difference, and in 3 months, other people will notice it. 4 secrets. 4 changes in how you listen. Secret 1: fast. English is not fast. It is connected. Listen for chunks, not words. Listen for meaning, not perfection. Secret 2: your ears grow through struggle. Choose difficult audio. Listen many times. Go deeper, not wider. Secret 3: your mouth teaches your ears. Speak out loud. Copy the speed. Copy the rhythm. Your mouth and your ears grow together. Secret 4: pictures are faster than translation. Stop translating. Start seeing. Let words create images directly in your mind. These 4 secrets are not complicated. They are not advanced, but they change everything because they change how your brain processes English. Not more studying, not more memorizing. A different way of using your brain. And here is something I want you to remember. The speed of English does not change. Native speakers will always speak at the same speed. What changes is you. Your ears get faster. Your brain gets sharper. Your predictions get better. And one day, without even realizing it, you will understand everything naturally. Not because English became easier, but because you became stronger. Small improvements every day create big results. Do not try to master everything at once. Today, focus on one secret. Tomorrow, focus on another. Next week, Focus on understanding one type of accent. Step by step, your brain builds a system. And one day, fast English is no longer fast. It becomes normal. Consistency is more powerful than intensity. 5 minutes every day is better than 2 hours once a week. A little practice every day keeps your brain growing. A lot of practice once a week lets your brain rest too long between sessions. Choose consistency. Choose every day. Choose small. And remember this: learning English is not easy. Understanding fast speakers is not easy, but it is possible. If someone who failed many exams, who struggled for years, can learn to communicate with the world, then you can too. The key is not talent. The key is practice, patience, and the courage to face difficulty every day. So next time you hear fast English and feel frustrated, do not stop. Smile, because that difficulty is your teacher. Keep listening, keep repeating, keep imagining, keep improving. If this video helped you, subscribe to Calm English Story. Like this video so more learners can find it. Share it with someone who struggles with fast English. These 4 secrets might change everything for them. And leave a comment which secret was new for you. Tell me honestly, because knowing your weakness is the first step to making it your strength. You can do this, one secret at a time, one day at a time.